Hi everyone, my name is Cynthia. Let's talk books, but I'm gonna have a little intermission at the beginning here with this monkey boy. This is Lincoln, who woke up and has started squeaking his toy. And he knows Mama's filming. Yeah, you do. You know what he's been filming, huh? Anyways, if you hear him squeaking, I'm not gonna edit it out. I love this dog. But all right, today I'm here with a dedicated review to a book I recently read and really, really loved, and that is Cemetery Boys by Aiden Thomas. This is such a wonderful book. The premise real quick is that Gabriel is a trans boy in a Latinx family who does a lot of like magic, is really involved in magic. But for them, magic is very gender specific, and so they don't allow Yadriel to go through his the necessary rites that young kids go through in order to be part of the magical world that the family engages in. So, main themes here are clearly family. Family is really important to Gabriel, and yet he is not, like, they love him. He does feel a level of love, but because they don't fully understand and accept who he is, it becomes a barrier, especially between him and his father. His father has a really hard time understanding what it means to be trans and how Yadriel then should fit into the family, because it really challenges traditional ideas about gender identity and the magical world that they belong to. I really love, though, like, there are really sweet moments in here, and there's also hurt and pain. Like, we see his dad hurt Gabriel, and it's not we want Gabriel to be happy. We want him to be accepted by his family, and when that doesn't happen, it's painful, and at the same time, like, his family does love him, and they're trying, but they don't always know how to do things, but he does have some people in his family who do understand and encourage him, who celebrate him. He has a cousin, an uncle, and his mom, who has passed away, but who really did accept who he is and celebrated that. Obviously, another big theme in here is that of magic. The way the magic works here, I really, really like, because it's not just a like free-for-all magic. There are rules and consequences, and it was really nice to, just as I was reading the book, to better understand the way magic functions in this world. It's a world where, like, the dead can come back, especially brujos and brujas can come back during particular days and visit family. There are ghosts in here, but the ghosts are not like, they're not stuck on Earth forever necessarily, and there's a process of allowing the ghosts to transition to the afterworld. I just really, really enjoyed all of that. There's also the theme of romantic love. A key moment in the story, and this is not a spoiler, this is just part of the premise, is that Gabriel defies family, who is not allowing him to, go through his rites, rite of passage to enter the magical world of brujos, and he does the ritual himself. And so he, as part of, once he has his powers, he performs a ritual to try to find his lost cousin. Instead of bringing back the ghost of his cousin, he brings back the ghost of a classmate who it seems like died on the same day his cousin died. There is a romantic relationship that develops between Gabriel and Julian, who is the classmate, and it was not creepy. I was really weary of this element. Like, I was hearing reviews of people who read the book, and they always talked about this romantic relationship between a boy who's alive and a boy who's a ghost, and I was like, oh, I don't know about that. But it turns out it was really, really well handled, I thought, and it's two boys who kind of come from not very different backgrounds, but different enough that there are challenges that they need to overcome. And as Yadiel tries to help Julian, then they get to better know each other and understand each other, and at the same time Yadiel gets to see what romantic love, what romantic relationships can look like for him, which I think is really important since we're following a trans main character. Another really big theme is that of friendship, especially we see it through Julian, so the ghost of the boy that Yadriel brings. He doesn't want to cross over until he makes sure that all of his friends are okay, because it's really what Julian has is really a found family of friends that he and his older brother have really created, and they've created a very inclusive, wonderful family with all of his friends, and they're friends that they're people who don't necessarily fit into society's expectations, and so therefore they don't have other people to go to for comfort, for support, but they have each other, and I thought that was really, really wonderful. It's also just a really sweet book. Like, there are heavy themes in here, right? But it's sweet. Like, I just could not help but love every single character, love the way every theme is handled by Aiden Thomas, who is trans themselves. So I think like that, the way some of that stuff is handled was really just beyond my expectations. Like, for example, the dead name is spoken. We are told that Gadriel's dead name is spoken, but it is never printed in the story. And like, it didn't even like like other own voice reviewers pointed out how important that is, and I was just like, as I was reading, I was like, yeah, this is a big deal. This is so well done. I'm so grateful that I listened to everybody who was singing the praises of Cemetery Boys, because I did not regret reading this, and I think even more of you. I know this book had some hype around it, and it maybe has died down a little bit, and so I'm just here to remind you that this book is out there. It is young adult, but I think it's worth your time. Even if you don't normally read young adult, I think you'd really like this, because it's just really sweet, really nice, dealing with important issues, and just, I think a lot of people will really, really love it. So that is it for me. If you have any questions about the book, or about my experience reading it, if you've read it yourself, let's chat about it down below, because I am ready to just talk about how much I loved this book with other people that also loved it. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.